I only have one trophy, I think, from the sound. I think I have one. That's the one from Bass Odyssey in Montreal when we played the Beres, Hammond, and Marcia for the first time.
Okay.
And brought them up down there, and Rebel Tone and Little Thunder and someone else. And then Bass Odyssey, a funny story, Bass Odyssey, the next week, they were supposed to stay in like Canada and stuff, and they made sure they called the big boss man, like wanted to select them, flew back to Jamaica and went and cut that dub. But at that time, they only cut the Beres Hammond part of the dub, if I'm correct.
Okay.
The only Beres Hammond, so they played the one-sided dub, but then they got it, the next part, and put it together. But yeah, man, they came back and beat us at the Clash, and that same Clash, I believe, was Fox that had passed away, that Clash there, may he rest in peace. And that's what I'm saying, all these dances and Clash, and not even just Clash, just dances and just those times from basements, you know what I mean, so much violence, man. So many, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
So much violence, man.
That brings me to this right here, where it's basically, we'd see you in a lot of clubs, boat rides, barbecues and stuff, but not really a lot of hardcore dances. Is that designed purposely, or why don't we really see you in a lot of hardcore dances?
There's a few reasons for that. One, as I said, I was kind of, I came up through, you know what I mean, high school, college, university, the industry, you know what I mean, that kind of market. So for me, it was more of like positioning and placing myself.
Got you.
Where, not to say dance hall is a bad place and all that, but I've seen a lot of stuff in the dance hall, you know what I mean, and I can't. I have a twin sister, a younger sister, you know what I mean? And a lot of people don't know that because they hardly go to dances when I'm like in the hardcore, because, you know what I mean, what would happen if something happened to somebody on my endorsement and all that? You know what I mean? I'm liable almost, you know what I mean?
You wouldn't feel good.
And then maybe by even design too, because of the fact that, when I came onto the sound was really hot, so they were getting a lot of bookings from like the clubs and industry and stuff like that, and those guys wanted more stay dancehall and stuff, you know what I mean? So I was willing to go over
and see,
you know what I mean? And then another thing with the dance halls too, they don't want to pay, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not no disrespect, and you know what I mean? It's hard when you see these guys rocking, you know what I mean? All this bling and Fendi, Gucci, Prada, this, that, up to the time, custom, this, big car, this, that, not, because it's all about fashion and braggadocious and show off, and I'm not that person, and I don't have it like that to do that and all that. So for me to come and spend my time and my energy, my hard work, and the time I put into, my craft, my technology, into dub plates, what I specialize in, and then you want to shortchange me regardless at the end of the night after we even agree on something. It's hard for me to take on because I can't explain that, when I have bills to pay. I can't explain that to my daughter when she needs things. I can't explain that to my family when they need their things, you know what I mean? So it's kind of hard. And then another thing with even the dance hall, and it's funny because I don't think I'm really loved in the dance hall like that.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean is, as much as I do and everything that I've done, you know what I mean? I don't think I get that love and respect in the dance hall. And it may be even thing, and I shouldn't really cast a spell on just the dance hall and the sound men of the dance hall, that, but that's just how I really, really feel, you know what I mean? And a lot of people say, oh, Spex doesn't support our dances, that's why. Spex doesn't go to the clashes and this and that. But what they don't understand is I play out Friday and Saturday nights, every Friday and Saturday for the last 25, 30 years almost. You know what I mean? Then I do the radio every Sunday, and then one time it was Monday, and then now every day and all that. You know what I mean? And I don't see them at any of my dances, you know what I mean? And I'm out there actually working. And these guys, sometimes some of them play 4 times a year. Some of them are just Clash sounds, only clash once every 5 years. I don't see them at any of my dances. They don't support me, or I keep the biggest birthday party, every year, the Aries Affair, you know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? I don't see them at any of my parties, you know what I mean? And I play out, if there's how many weeks in a year? 52, 54, whatever it is. You know what I mean? I probably, DJ maybe at least, I would say anywhere I'm going to be nice and say 80. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very busy. So it's hard for me to break out and do those things. But I made it a promise that I'm going to start doing that as of now.
Okay. Right. No, okay, because that's what I always wondered where.
You know what I mean? And I'm going to be at the TJ Shensi, a Ding Dong thing. And, it's big things like that. And I know my father Freddie's there, or you know what I mean, some of my people's them, and they need my strength and my support. You know what I mean? Or they tell the promoter, make sure Spex up on it, or you know what I mean? Then you know what I mean? I'll be there. or if I know it's a well secure thing, and I know I can invite my family and my friends and fans, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't understand, you know what I mean? I might be a DJ, sound selector, radio personality, and it's something I just realized too, especially with the Bujo thing and the Jam Rock thing. I have fans, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I can't believe it. Sounds weird singing, and I give thanks, and it's great, but I truly, more than fans, they're like air conditioning. You know what I mean? Like,
keep you cool.
You know what I mean? I really do. So, you know what I mean? So I just got to, you know what I mean, always keep them first.
And I totally understand where you're coming from, because I want to say you're also a sponsored DJ. When I say sponsored DJ, you have brands that you deal with.
I'm censored almost.
Yeah.
Non-disclosure agreements and stuff like that. Corporate. You know what I mean? And that's not something I wanted. It's still that, you know what I mean? But that's just a testament of some of the work that I put into the game too. Hopefully, you know what I mean, more people get through those gates.
I get you. And what were some of the brands that you were working with?
Like the Jordan brand. And that's, something that, I give thanks for, because, anyone that knows me, I've always been, a Jordan. Even when they never used to let me in the clubs, and they had to let me. I was that DJ that helped to break that mold, you know what I mean? Where, Jordans, jeans on T-shirt, whatever the case is. And, you know what I mean? When Clarks and all that came, everyone said, oh, hey, we need to grow up or whatever. I always stuck by the brands them that I believe in, or, that I really like or are comfortable for me, or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? And now you see all the DJ them wear Jordan brand. You look at all from Jam Rock, everything. I used to kill them Jam Rock news. You know what I mean? 8 pairs, 8 different days. You know what I mean? Sometimes 2, 3 different pairs on a day. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Last year I was rocking the 33s that came out before they came out and stuff. Like, I just killed people. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Because the thing is being an influencer. You know what I mean? And that's the game now, being an influencer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Another brand, I partnered up with is like Cavassier.
Yes.
That was a good partnership while it lasted, and I believe we're gonna be doing some more work in the future.
Okay.
Just other brands like even Eden Miles, like the people that do my wedding suit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I rock some of their suits and stuff like that, and you know what I mean? There's Kalani jewelry. There's a lot of new era when I had my new era hats and stuff like that.
I remember that was a big one.
That was a big one. Big up to LS for designing that first design.
Okay.
And all that stuff with the thing. Yeah. And now you see every DJ, that's their logo now. So when you see every DJ doing this, remember. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? There's been a lot that I can't name, and I don't want to think. Even the Jam Rock Cruise, that collaboration there. A lot of the labels, them. VP Records, Universal with the Chant Down Babylon album, which we got commemorated with the CRI, the Canadian Recording Industry Association plaque for selling over 50,000 units. And that was like Marley album. That was the Bob Marley Chant Down Babylon album, the remix of the Lauryn Hill. And funny thing is that I didn't even know I was an influencer even back then, and that was back in the 2090s or whatever. They gave me that tune like on a dub plate to just say, yo, just wherever you go, just play the song. Okay. And it just happened that, loved the song. Yeah. Then Slingshot loved the song. Yeah. Shooks to everyone, we just all loved the song. So everywhere we went, we played it on this dub plate. Nobody else in the world had it. Crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I don't even think, it was just so ordained. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everywhere I remember the first time we played at Fever, this big commercial event that was out by Ontario Place, with all the top DJs in the country at that time there. And we played it and broke up the place with it and whatever the case is. And just everywhere, every morning on the morning ride played it and whatever the case. And to this day, you know what I mean? And to be rewarded by that. Yeah. And then to come full circle again and be on the Jam Rock crew. You see how everything works? Listen. And the very, very first, and another thing to show you how the world is small and the relationships. The very, very first interview I ever did on commercial radio with an artist was Damian Marley.
What?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just to show you how, how small the world is, you know what I mean? And just how crazy. You have to deal with people. Yeah. You know what I mean? And, this industry, as big as it is very small, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I don't know where we're going with that whole thing.
No. That's crazy. I want to pick your brain for a minute. When it comes to DJ sound selectors, who are some of them that you hold in your top regards, either worldwide or locally?
In my top regards, it's kind of weird and different for me still. Yeah. Because, I don't know, it's not something I really ever thought about. Yeah. Like, I respect every sound selector and DJ, and I learn from every single one of them. Okay. The same way I hope I influence and they learn from me, same way. But there's someone like Kid Capri, for instance.
Wow.
You know, the first DJ I really seen select DJ and MC for himself.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I ever had seen that before. And what he did with like the whole mixtape, whole thing there. Another one would be like, man, this is rough. Probably like someone like a Radigan, because of what he did, being all the way from England and being who he is and what he is from where he is, represent reggae music and to be accepted into something that no one would ever think, you know what I mean? And at first I know it was fascination, but then when you watch and study this man really knows his thing.
You have to
and
be
knows
good.
the artist them and knows the industry, and you know is a very integral part of the industry. You know, it's someone like that. Oh man, this is rough. Someone like, I'd say like Steely from Silverhawk.
Okay.
Being a big producer, you know what I mean? A huge producer, some of the biggest songs in reggae and dancehall history, and having one of the biggest sounds that helped to influence me to take a chance on cutting different type of doublets. Jimmy Cliff, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Billy Ocean on a reggae rhythm and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So my thing is like just different. DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Yes.
You know what I mean? For what he can do on the turntables. You know what I mean? Then commercializing the hip hop and, you know what I mean, being on TV and on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and, you know what I mean, taking to that level and to what he's done and being that kind of a role model to that game.
Take it to a level.
Major Lazer. You know what I mean? I said my thing's kind of different, you know what I mean? So for me to pick up 5, I just honor and value like ZJ Chrome.
Yeah,
And
Chrome's
ZJ
crazy,
Liquid.
you know,
You know what I mean? For what they do to radio, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, those kind of
ones
people,
there.
yeah, man.
Big up.
And then, you know, I can never ever thank Dr. J for what he's done for a whole culture.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, when I started playing reggae and dancehall music, Turbo was hot. Like, there were sounds before us, like the Barry Cultures, them, and Soul Actions, and Soul to Souls, them, that I remember that when I was coming through there. You know what I mean? But they weren't really commercially viable, if that makes any sense.
Understandable.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, well, Turbo will always be, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
for what we've done, you know what I mean? And no one even thinking that kids could do what's being done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, and I got to, you know, big up, you know, Suspense and to Droopy, Echo done, or Rico done, and, you know, Metro done, and to Stampa, Sippy, if I never said Suspense, to Droopy Slingshot, of course, the founder of the sound and the owner, and then to everyone that came along with it, like Cess and BJ and, you know, Shooks Dynamo and, you know, myself, of course, and, you know, but, you know, for what we did with the reggae and dancehall, from being able to play only 3 songs in a dance, whether it was a school dance or a club, and it was like One Love,
Red Wine,
Red Wine, and One Draw. I think it was like those were like boom.
Yeah.
If you were able to sneak in a one like Shabba X-rated and all them, you can get through. You know what I mean? But yeah. But for what Dr. J did, nobody believed in soca.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he stuck with it. He started like with Dog Squad. I remember a song called Dog Squad with him and Sheldon. I believe we got Sheldon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I met him, you know what I mean, through that whole thing there and watched his whole transition. You know what I mean? From going from that to Soca Prince, for what he did for a whole music and a whole culture and a whole, you know what I mean? The biggest soca DJ in the world. Me talk on that. Bigger than soca artists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And introduce many of the soca artists them to us. You know what I mean? And
For sure.
you know, to seeing what he's done, you know what I mean? He's definitely like one of those people up there.
Ones there.
That-
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, right now, before I get you out of here, we have a round.
you know, we have like more parts to do to this, right? And this is why I didn't want to do it. You know what I mean?
Listen, we could sit here for part 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
I told
9,
you, man,
10.
because there's so many things I know we're skipping over, and I guess it's for another time. Everything's for time and place, but you know what I mean? People, I'm tired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to find that next person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's responsible enough to, you know, really handle this and all that. It's very hard because I don't know if people are intimidated by me, but nobody's really even asked me, say, yo, can you help me with this, that, and all that, whatever the case is, you know, to show them the route. And I'm looking for that person. You know what I mean?
You never.
I've been looking for them. I've been looking for them.
You never know right now.
But anyways,
as I said, we're getting into the rapid facts here. Okay.
Rapid.
All right. I just ask you a quick question. You give me back the quick answers.
And
quickly,
you know,
right?
me love chat. So
yeah, not man. This is one word in and out. Bang, bang, bang. All right. Let's go. What's the wallpaper on your phone?
The wallpaper on my phone. Well, you made me leave it in my car, but the wallpaper on my phone is either a picture of my daughter and wife.
Yeah.
Or my logo, but my phone right now is my watch, and that would be my Spex the Boss logo.
Got you. Fair enough. Okay. What's the last thing you Googled?
The last thing I Googled, oh my gosh. And I just used the Google before I think I even left to come here.
Yeah.
The last thing I Googled, and I don't have my phone because I'd be able to tell you right now.
Yeah.
But it could have been, I think it was the year that Dennis Brown, Created by the Father, was produced.
Okay.
Yeah, and I
That's
couldn't
something
find
deep.
it.
That's deep. Okay. Are you a cooker or a cleaner?
Cleaner.
Okay.
Can't cook, you know. Shout out to the wife and my daughter and my mom and everybody else that cooks for me.
You, bro. I got you. I hear you and I understand.
I'm just the kind of person that, you know, if I cook something, I can't eat it. And I know it sounds bad because I wash my hands. I have OCD.
Yeah.
You know, everything has to be placed a certain way and everything has to be balanced. I'm that kind of person. I'm always washing and cleaning my hands. I take like 4 showers a day and stuff like that. Okay. You know, brush my teeth 7 times a day. Like I'm that person. You know what I mean? But I just can't eat my own cooking. So cleaner.
Okay. Dancehall or lovers rock?
I love dancehall. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But love is rock because it stands the test of time. Mm-hmm. So it's more acceptable to a wider amount of people.
Got you. Okay. Oxtail or curry goat?
Well, I mean, I really eat from any and everybody. But if it comes to oxtail from like my mom or from my dad, it just really depends on who the cook is, to tell you the truth. But oxtail, I would say preferably, but we know, you know, eat them things different than anybody, you know.
100% agree. 100% agree. What's your hobby?
My hobby is listen to the news, I would say.
Okay.
I know I should be saying spend time with my family and all that, but I'm a very, very bad family person, you know, because of what I do. And, you know, I mean, hopefully I know my family, them understand, but I know it's sometimes heartbreaking and all that. Mm-hmm. But I know they understand, and they're very supportive of what I do, and I love them for it. But my hobby, because I don't really get a chance to hobby, just really just sit back and just relax and just listening to news or watching news.
Got you. Okay.
And nothing to do with music.
I hear you. The last book you read?
Man, do people read books anymore?
You audiobook.
Is Instagram a book? Facebook a book? Facebook.
Audio.
The last book I read is Facebook. Facebook.
Right. Okay.
If people still even use that.
All right. What's the last song playing in your car before you came up?
The last song playing in my car was, what was the last song I played on the radio tonight? Because before I leave, I'm able to catch the last song on the radio. I think the last song I played on the radio tonight was, I think, Blessed Jah Lift Me Up.
Yeah, big song.
I think.
Big song. Okay.
Because remember, when I get in my car after that, news.
Got you. I hear you. What's your favorite song of all times?
Wow. Mm-hmm. And that's funny.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's weird because I was asked this the other day who my favorite singer is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I said probably Dennis Brown.
I knew you were going to say
You know what I mean? Is one of my favorite singers. You know, and I believe it was Bob Marley's favorite singer. So everyone said, "Oh, we can't say Bob Marley and all that." He is one of my favorite songs. It's debatable, but Dennis Brown, because one of the first songs that I heard that made me fall in reggae music, I'll never forget it. It was like 84, 85. My dad had a blue Caprice Classic with an 8-track cassette deck, and them times I lived at Mornell Court. Yeah. And I believe I was going to Military Trails Public School them times there. And as my dad was washing the car, you know, in big, beautiful, big blue Caprice Classic, he was playing Dennis Brown Sitting and Watching, and I just remember the
when you say the bass,
and then you know what I mean? I just, you know, And then after that, Mind Your Liquid Diseases on that rhythm there. And then
Baseline Rule.
and actually one of the last things I Googled, and it's so, man, Muscle, it's like your thing, man. You're just busting my brain. Because one of the songs I heard my dad playing in the car that time there was a song called It No Good to Live in a White Man Country Too Long.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
Yes,
You know what I mean? And for years I never knew the thing. And then one day it just came up in my head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just the other day I Googled it and it was Muta Baruka.
What?
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that. I had no
So
idea.
on the Jamrock cruise, when I say Muta Baruka, I guess I'm have to go Vice because of that memory. And that's what I'm talking about. Some of the dubs I can't say one of my favorites because everything has a memory.
Has a memory attached
and connect to it. What were we saying? So those are some of the songs that made me fall in love with reggae music.
Yeah.
But my favorite songs would probably have to be like the Dennis Brown, Created by the Father.
Yeah.
Dennis Brown, A True. You know what I mean? Because that's so powerful that if you listen to the lyrics of that one, you better know who you're praying to, you know, better know who you're loving with, you know, better know who you're, you know what I mean? So many things about that song when you listen to it's so relatable. And then Johnny Osborne, Ain't Gonna Break My Promise to Jah.
Big song. Last one in the rapid facts here. Favorite social media platform and why?
Favorite social media platform, I would say, would be Instagram, because not only can you write, people can see, and now they have the video. You can also go live, have like your own TV show there. You can do your Insta snaps them on it, use your filters and all this and that. And also for you to take control of your platform. And I really understood how important social media was, especially after I got let go from the other station for that 2 years. If it wasn't for social media, being able to tell my story when the whole world said, oh, you were fired and this, that, whatever the case is. And you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Twitter at that time was the big thing for me and Facebook because I had to connect to my Facebook. But then when Instagram allowed you to connect to Twitter and the Facebook and it just combined everything.
in one.
You know what I mean? So I would say Instagram at Spex the Boss.
Yeah. Smart one. All right, rapid facts is done. You see, that was pretty easy. That was pretty cool, right? All right. All right, cool. Floor is yours. Before we get you out of here, anything you want to say, any big ups, any contact information, anything, the floor is yours right now, Spex.
This floor? Just thank you. You know, from I came into this game, you know what I mean, there's always been a debate on who's the number one reggae dancehall DJ, sound selector, and I've always, you know, whether it be the sound part, the selected part, the radio part, I've always been, you know what I mean, I'll say consistently in the top 2. I'll be nice and say 3, but I'll be, you know, for argument's sake, top 5.
Got
you know what I mean? So I just want to say thank you to, you know what I mean, everyone out there that's, you know what I mean, giving me a chance, an opportunity, a listen, you know what I mean, criticism, suggestions, comments, you know what I mean, to do what I, you know, have been able to do and continue to do and continue to grow into doing. You know, it's just absolutely incredible, you know what I mean, especially as a, you know, a young black kid, you know what I mean, born in Canada, in Toronto, playing reggae and dancehall music. You know, the impact that, you know, the people them have allowed me to make on this industry, you know what I mean, to making reggae and dancehall music commercially viable on commercial radio. Like,
Crazy.
You know what I mean, and I'm moving so fast, and it wasn't until I did the last podcast with you that I never really got a chance to reflect on the things I've done or have been doing because I've been so busy, man. And I'm not going to lie, it was very emotional for me when I left here because a lot of things came, a lot of memories, a lot of good times, a lot of bad times. So many people lost along the way, and, you know, friends lost along the way, relationships lost along the way, you know, relationships that, you know what I mean, can be mended, but due to pride and ego, you know what I mean, some that been broken, never to, you know what I mean, begotten again, you know what I mean, but for those that, you know, have stuck with me through thick and thin, you know what I mean, I really am appreciative of it because my thing is not normal and people don't understand that. And for people that don't like me for whatever reason, because of the way I might look, the way I might sound, the things I've done, the music I play, you know, the people I might hang out with or whatever the case is, as much as they don't like me, their kids love me.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? Or their
Crazy.
grandparents love me or their brothers. And it's crazy. You know what I mean? So I'm just so grateful. Like, for instance, I'm not going to call this old man's name. You know what I mean? But I saw him and say, yo, Spex, yeah, look, and his wife like, yo, who that Spex? Nah, man, you can't talk to Spex like that. You can't box him. And then their kids came and said, yo, that's Spex are the boss, yo. And you know what I mean? So, and you know what I mean? You know what I mean? My thing is just built off the people, that man. And I just don't know how to explain it. And I just hope that I'm doing the right thing. And I hope if I'm doing anything that's wrong, people will, you know what I mean, pull me up for it. You know, because my dream, you know what I mean? I love DJing, love doing radio and all that, but I know that my thing is just bigger. Yeah. It's greater. I'm not saying that, you know what I mean, I should run for mayor or prime minister or something like that, but
you never know.
There's just, you know what I mean, something about the people and what they expect of me. And I don't know what it is yet. And they're giving me different ideas. You know what I mean? And just to all the naysayers, them that, you know, said I couldn't do it, you know, I'm still doing it. You know what I mean? And to all the great sound selectors, DJs, MCs, you know what I mean? And not even just the great ones, even the bad ones, them, you know what I mean? Because this game is so small, you got to unite everybody and build some kind of coalition or association. And I've been in battles that I didn't want to be in. I've been put in situations and wars with artists and stuff that I did not want to be in, but I was pulled in because I was a DJ, I was a selector, I was a producer, I was the one on the radio playing the songs and all that. And I learned with that, you know what I mean, that whole clash stuff, and especially with the artist stuff, that at the end of the day, when the music stops playing, it's the real world. Straight goods. And I'll never forget, man, there was, you know, an artist that I was beefing with that, you know, lined up with some sounds and some rude boys and stuff, and it was at Markham Station one night, just me and my brethren, LS, big up LS, they surrounded us, and you know, man, we almost got it that night there. And I learned the lesson because that thing, I called the artist and I was like, yo, artist, yo, right now, you know, the people I'm around here, you have to reach around here, so and I'm calling no answer. And, you know, if it wasn't for, you know what I mean, good people and the Almighty God and thing, I may not be here right now. And there's been a few situations like that where I got caught up by being guilty by association. And I got in that situation, and you see the next morning, and I was back like about 12:35 that next afternoon when the artist called me, yo, wagwan, wait. You know what I mean? Because I was dragged into this whole thing because of you. I could have been dead. And you're calling me like 6, 7, 8 hours later asking wagwan. I'm in this because, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Just, you know, just giving thanks for just being here, man. And if everything was to end here, you know, I'd just be thankful. You know, the most person I just want to say is to the Almighty God for, you know what I mean, the health, the strength, the longevity, the consistency, the creativity, family, support. And to everybody just took a chance on me and that wants to take a chance on me.
They want to find you on social media. Where could they find you?
At Spex the Boss. And you know what I mean? You can just Google me. You know, I can be Googled. Somebody think, and I think I Googled myself once a while back because they said it's not good to Google yourself, but I'm on Google, son. Google me, Spex the Boss.
Straight good.
You know what I mean? But
Spex.
yeah, man, must let give thanks, man. I know there's going to probably be some controversy through this thing here, and I know some people are going to be mad and. You know what I mean? But listen, as I said, it could be my recollection. It's my truth. You know what I mean? And you know what I always say, who don't like it, drink acid. You know what I mean? Simple as that.
Listen, we had a great, mature, big man conversation. We went through hills, valleys,
and we didn't even touch on it because so many things must lead, and I'm not going to bring up anything because I was going to make a list and bring and say, you know, we did it, but I'm definitely going to be back here because I have so much more things, you know what I mean, that I have to accomplish.
Doors always open, as I told you, from day one.
Yes, sir.
You know
I appreciate that. And for you to consider me as your first person.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I really take that in high regards, but as I said, it just wasn't the time for me.
I totally
you know, there's so many bad things going on, great things going on, busy things going on, and I'm not used to the cameras. It's not my thing. And hopefully, you know, you'll probably hear me stutter a lot, say, you know what I mean, when I didn't say anything. What do you mean by you know what I mean? You didn't say anything. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? But it was very uncomfortable. But I guess it's something that you know, because another expectation the people have of me is, you know, TV. You're hosting shows on television, you know, take it to BET and MTV and Much Music and these things here. So maybe that might be my next platform.
Listen, you never know. As I said, we had a great conversation. You're the
yes, boss, like the Winfred Williams of Canada. But you know what I mean? Oh, Wagwan Muscle, man, I seen you, you know, from when you made me get suspended from them time there, even before them time there. When I was thinking, I don't know if you remember, you should remember, I think the first time I may have met you, there was a record shop, you know what I mean, that was right beside Kingston Galloway building. There's a patty shop there beside a Sony building there, and there was a record shop on the side there where the laundromat is there, and there used to be a little spot right there in the record shop right there.
Yes.
I don't know thing. I think that was the very first time I met you from them times there from now, and to see what you're doing from them times there to now, you inspire me. And I'm very happy for you. I'm very proud of you. I know only greater things to come, you know, and pray for that creativity, man, and that consistency. And you're consistent. And anything, and I say, there's a few times where I'm supposed to help you get artists done for you, and, you know, things don't work out, and then boom, I'm like, yo, oh, you go and get them. You know, boop, boop, you know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. That's the hunger, you know what I mean? And that's what it is, you know what I mean? So
big up, brother,
you know
Spex.
God is great, man.
Brother,
the Almighty
Spex.
is so great,
Big up
man.
yourself.
So great, man.
Listen, we learned a lot. We talked a lot. As I said, you were actually the first person to come back 2 times back to back. You know what I mean?
No, back to back.
No, okay. Yeah, the only one to forward.
I still, you know, I'm not as much in the dancehall like that, and I am coming for the dancehall. You know, I am coming for it. You know what I mean? You're going to see a lot of things happening. And even though I'm not in the dancehall, a lot of things I'm still involved with the dancehall. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Whether, you know, not say investing wise, but you know what I mean? Helping to make sure I'm the Canadians customer.
I hear you.
You know what I mean?
So, Spex, big up
but you know what I mean? Thank you, Musclehead. I truly do appreciate it. And you know, I guess it's back to being, you know, Robert, you know. You know what I mean? And that's the hard balance, you know what I mean? Because Spex is in such that high regard, you know what I mean? But I really do appreciate it.
Amazing.
I know that the Almighty is great. You know, without him, we are nothing. Love God and live, here to man dead.
Give us
you know I mean?
let me give you the pleasure. You're going to sign us off tonight. Sign us off, Spex.
Ah, boy. You have a pen and paper?
Where's the Hammond on Sunday? Come on, sign us off.
Well, I think that's what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Because it's funny because even when I'm on the radio, that's not Spex. He doesn't sound like, he sounds so, you know what I mean? And then in dance, I'm like, you know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? Sign us off. How can I do this? I'm gonna show this, and I'm gonna gun the cheese and bunny who don't like it, tell it for runway. Big up to all those in the Forerunner, the Lexus and the Hyundai. Yo, 2-line music out, yo, Monday to Sunday, you know, right after the fun day. And yeah, love God and live, here to man dead. And remember, for all those out there, a very serious thing that's going on, crime and violence only lead to the jailhouse or the graveyard. So to my people and to all people out there, please just think first. You know, those who walk away live to face another day. Be that bigger person. And, you know what I mean? Give yourself that chance, you know what I mean? And there's nothing that cannot be resolved without communication and talking. You know, don't be after screaming and yelling and up in each other's face. Sometimes just a tone voice will settle everything down and have an intelligent conversation. And the whole drinking and driving thing and driving under the influence, you know what I mean? Another thing, you know what I mean? Use a Uber cab, TTC, go, use your foot, use your brain, use a designated driver. And, you know, in the words of the great one, Mr. Fitzroy Gordon, and I learned this such the hard way, but I guess it's a testimony to my life that patience is not only a virtue, it's also a necessity.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And just like that.
You know what I mean? And just like that? No. You said I get to do it.
Go
Which
ahead.
camera are we working with right now? That one, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
We are out. This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinesmusichut.com.